Hi everyone, Miss Alex here. Welcome to our February STEAM to Go Kit program. Our theme for this month, because of Valentine's Day, is love. So we're gonna do two experiments with this kit and one craft, and I hope you guys enjoy. First, your first step, as always, is to pick up your kit at the Gold Coast Library. So if you haven't done that yet, go get it. And then let's see what's inside. So, as always, whatever I say in this video are also on the written instructions. There's also a paper plate, a jar with some, it looks like blood, but it's red food coloring. We've got two straws, a baggie filled with glitter, vinegar, baking soda, some conversation hearts, and a craft stick. And you're also going to have a bag with some string and lots of beads and directions. Okay, this is the craft that we're going to make. So I'll do the craft first since it's already done. So basically, we're going to be doing coding bracelets. Now, what is coding? Coding is basically the language of computers. You know how we speak English or whatever other language you speak at home? Um, Computers also use a language to communicate, and their language uses zeros and ones instead of words and letters. Weird, right? So, coding is the language of computers. Their language is made up of zeros and ones, and basically, you can make that into whatever you want. For example, um, I made the zeros the white beads, and I made the ones the red beads. And this says with my zeros and ones, which means white and red beads, my necklace means love in the computer language. And it means love because to celebrate Valentine's Day in February, the month of love. Okay, so you in your kit, you're going to have a long piece of cord. You're going to tie the end. Whoever you're with can help you tie the end of one end of it. And then you're going to follow the instructions that are provided in your kit. You'll see the zeros and ones, but you'll also see what white bead you need to put first and what red bead, and then what white bead, red bead. It'll give you the pattern that you need. So you can follow the pattern to make the word love and then make it into a necklace. And then once you're done with all your beads, you tie it together, put it over your head, and you got a beautiful necklace that says love. But if you don't want to do that way and you just kind of want to do however you like want to make it, that's also okay. But that's the coding craft of this kit. Now that's done, now it's time to do experiments. So our first one is going to concentrate on how a heart pumps blood. Okay, so using in your kit, you're going to be using your straws, you're going to be using your plate, you're going to be using your jar. Oh, and I forgot, there's also in your kit, you're supposed to have a balloon as well. And that balloon is going to have two little holes on it. And um, yeah, so let's get started. Oh, and you're also going to need a little cup to put next to your jar. Now, this is my little cup, and I already just kind of started doing it. So that's why it's full at the moment. So basically, what you're going to do is your jar is going to look like this. You're going to unscrew the cap. Okay. Then you're going to put about halfway water. And the water is going to turn red because we put red food coloring into this. So fill the jar up halfway with just regular water. And then you're going to take the balloon and you're going to put it over the jar really tightly. And again, whoever you're with will help you do this part. So you pull it really tightly so that it kind of looks like this. And you'll see there's two holes in it as well. I've already made those for you. So this is on pretty tightly. And my jar is about halfway full. And then my next step is to put my straws through. So I'm gonna put this straw through one hole, and you kind of have to push it through because the holes are small, but it should go through. I'm pushing this straw through this hole, and there we go. I got it. And then I'm gonna put this straw through the other hole that's right next to it. It doesn't matter what colors or anything. So it's gonna look like this, okay? And then your next step is really just to see, like just to press on this balloon and make sure that can be messy. So make sure you're on the paper plate, make sure you have a cup right here. And what you're gonna do is, sorry, this is kind of hard to see, but I'm gonna press down on this, like pumping, and you're gonna see, oh, and I forgot the last step, of course. So on one of the straws, the straw, let's say, you're going to tape it. You're gonna have washi tape in your kit, and you're going to tape this straw shut as best as possible. Make sure that no air comes out of this straw. Sorry, that's an important part of that I forgot. So I am going to tape this straw shut, because otherwise our experiment will not work. I'm taping it really well, and like I said, I gave you washi tape to tape it, but you can also use the tape you have at home if you have tape. And I think that'll be okay. So this is what my straw looks like, totally taped. Now, again, this gets messy, so I'm going to start pumping. And I don't know if you just saw that, but I'm gonna press down with my 2 fingers on the balloon on top of the jar and see that liquid is coming out. So, and I have my cup right here, pump and see it comes out. Pump, 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 pump. So see, you keep doing that and you'll see that the water pumps out of the jar. Now it's like, why do this, right? Well, this is like the heart, okay? And this is how the heart works. This is how the heart pumps blood throughout the rest of your body. Yeah, it doesn't use a jar and straws, but it's pretty similar. So every time your heart beats, it pumps blood like this, and it pumps it into the rest of our body. And I think that's pretty cool. Okay, so that's our experiment with the blood. And then our last, and the heart. The last experiment is super fun. So you're going to dump your jar, once you're done with your heart, you're going to dump it out in the sink. Take your balloon off, take your straws off until it looks like a regular jar again. Okay? You're going to unscrew the cap again. And then I put some more red food coloring in it. You don't have to if you don't have it at home, but I did. And what I'm going to do is I need my vinegar, which is over here. So I'm going to, my first ingredient of my potion, my love potion, is red food coloring if you have it, and then some vinegar. So I have this big jug. You have a little container. Just pour that container into your jar. So I'm gonna do a decent amount. You'll have a little less than me, but that's okay. Okay. So this is what it looks like. It's all red because of the color, the dye. Yours might be clear. And then what my next ingredient is glitter. So I am going to put my glitter into the potion. Just pour it all in like that. And then I have some conversation hearts, some Valentine's candy. Now don't eat it because this is part of our experiment. We're going to put this ingredient into our potion as well. And one of our last things that we're going to do is we are going to, and you can add more conversation hearts. I just put one in. Then we are going to swirl it around until it's all mixed up. Look how pretty that looks. All right, so it's all swirled around and it is ready for our experiment, okay? So the last ingredient, and make sure you are doing this over a paper plate and maybe the sink too. This is messy. We are gonna put our baking soda as our last ingredient. So I am going to pour my last ingredient into my love potion and let's see what happens next. Ooh, and look at that. Oh, and it started spilling, which is why we have the paper plate. We don't want it to get super, super messy. And it looks so pretty. And you hear it too. You hear the love potion fizzling away. And you can watch it bubble, and it looks so cool. And this is a reaction between the baking soda and the vinegar. But also the conversation heart will be melting as well. And the glitter just makes it look really, really cool. And what's cool about this experiment too is that that was the initial, that was like the first part of the experiment, but it will still be reacting. It will still have an experimental, it would still have a chemical reaction for a while. See how it's still bubbling away? And what's really cool too is if you put the glitter in, you'll see the glitter go up and down because of the vinegar and the baking soda combined. So you can watch this happen for a while. I think it looks really cool and to see like the different things. And you can also experiment. You can try to swirl it around, see if more things happen. Um, and once that's all fizzled and done, you are done with your craft kit for the month. I hope you guys had so much fun making love potions and learning what a heart does and learning coding. And I hope to see you next time. Thanks.